If you guys plan on trading in the next few days here and don't want to get absolutely clapped, then you need to watch this video, baby. We're going to cover the overall market conditions, talk about where things could be headed next. This is huge if we're looking to trade and or possibly invest. None of it's financial advice. Let's jump into my screen real quick here, guys. So today we had the inflation data come out today. Last time it gave us a reading of 7.1%. We actually got a really good reading today of 6.6%. What's weird is how the market received it. First thing we're going to do is look at the S&P 500 here. Now, if we look at today's price action, it was kind of everywhere. It was a little bit choppy today. It looked like it kind of wanted to break out. Couldn't really get past this resistance level up here and just held most of the day here. So this is a little bit interesting here. You can see in the pre-market some of the volatility that came from that report. And again, it's like the stock market wanted to rally, but it kept holding down. So what is maybe holding it down here? Let's take a look at the higher time frame. I want to show you guys something that is significant here and why I think the S&P 500 did not break out today. Here it is right here, baby. That trend line. I've been watching this trend line the entire year, okay, all of last year at least. And you can see once more, we're getting up to it right now and we're potentially testing a breakout here. This is a huge level. Not only that, we're around a key psychological level of 4,000 on the S&P 500. So that explains a lot of the reasons, at least from a technical perspective, why things were held up today. These last few trading weeks have been a little bit interesting here. You can see just noted from this consolidation that we had these last 2 or 3 weeks, this consolidation was very abnormal. The good thing was that it held right a lower high on the price action, but this consolidation was weird, man. It lasted like 2 to 3 weeks and you couldn't really tell where the S&P wanted to go here. Obviously it started to make a little bit of a leg higher here, attempted, for that trend line today, but it just didn't get through it. So the market's in a weird position right now. There's a few theories that I have. In my opinion, if I had to speculate, I think there's a chance it could reject here. And the main reason is because from a fundamental standpoint, the market is still kind of out of control here. Jobs are too strong right now, which sounds counterintuitive, but there's also some other things we can look at as well that can give us a signal as to whether or not the market could pull back soon. So a few indicators I like to watch starts off with the VIX. So the VIX is a good, potential indicator we can look at to see whether or not the market could retract here soon. And the VIX is very oversold. It's pulled back a lot. It's been trading super low. Right now it's below 20. It's sitting at 18.83. This is not really good or bad. It's something you need to keep your eyes on, because when the VIX usually trades low, you can see, 9 times out of 10, it will find, its way back up at some point. Now, you don't want to chart the VIX. That's a general rule of thumb, but just know as it trades lower, sometimes it seeks to look higher. So that's one indicator, right? When the VIX goes up, the market goes down. The VIX is down right now a lot. It's selling off hard, which could imply the market going up. Okay, I get it. That's only one indicator. Let's take a look at the bonds though. This was very interesting. Look at the bonds right here, and I kind of cheated there, but the bonds are very oversold, and they've been oversold for the last few weeks or days now. And you can see it is approaching this supporting potential trend line here. So the bonds are getting oversold, and it's around an inflection point as to where it could bounce. Usually these are opposite to the markets as well. When the markets sell off, the bonds typically pop up. Wait, I ain't done. Let's take a look at the Dixie, man, the dollar. So this is your dollar, right? This is kind of the value of it. The dollar has been strong, the last entire year here, really, of 2022 and some of 2023. But the same thing with the dollar here. See how oversold it is right now? And again, when the dollar goes up, the market typically goes down. And look where the dollar is as well, right at that inflection point, right on the money. So the dollar's floating around an inflection point. The VIX is oversold, and the bonds are at an inflection point as well, and also being oversold. And the S&P 500 is right at a cracking point. Here's my theory. I think the S&P is going to reject. I just truly do. It makes a lot of sense, even fundamentally. Now, it won't surprise me if we do flash out a little bit, right? If we come out a little bit before we see further moves down. But I've been saying this for some time now on my channel here. I do think the S&P is overdue. I do think we can see new lows. The current low sitting at about 3,500. I do think we see new lows. And I've been talking about a potential dead cat bounce as well. So, when we were sufficing this trend here ever since October 14th, October 13th, we went on this little rally here towards the later part of the year. And it's looking like a dead cat bounce right now, It's getting near that point, and typically a dead cat bounces, you break through to the downside here, kind of chill out for a little bit, come back up, and that old support that was here that we broke becomes your new resistance, and then you make a further move downward to that side there. So the main reason I'm making this video, guys, is just to keep you guys aware of what's going on with the overall broader markets. there'll still be good opportunities to look into like micro caps, small caps, which is penny stocks. I think those are still going to kind of do their own thing, but be really careful here with the next few weeks ahead. If you want to follow along, I trade the markets nearly every single day. If you want to follow along, all you got to do is check out that link down below in the description, baby, and hop into my private Discord. If you found value today, smash that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.